The content in this magazine could contain references of topics and difficult subject matter that may be triggering. Please honor yourself, inner knowing, and proceed with whatever help or guidance you feel is intuitively aligned. Welcome to Sovereign Magazine Podcast. I'm Nicole George, CEO and founder of Sovereign, and I'm so happy you are here. Today, we are joined by Arin Dosch, our in-house astrologer, who is here to guide us through the cosmic energies of the moon. Arin helps us understand how the celestial rhythms can support our journey to embodying our sovereign selves. Let us dive into what the stars have to share with us today. Keep listening to hear all of the intuitive messages meant for you. Hello, today I have the privilege of reconnecting with Arin Dosch, who is our in-house astrologer here at Sovereign Magazine. She specializes in traditional and Hellenistic astrology. Her work blends ancient techniques with clear, grounded guidance, and she offers natal, horary, electional readings with a focus on timing, remediation, and meaningful client support. With a background in counseling and social work, she approaches astrology therapeutically by helping her clients meet life with more self-understanding, sovereignty, and soul. Welcome back, Arin.
Thank you so much for having me once again.
Yes, and today we have the March full moon, and our theme is trusting the universe. So what do you have for us today in the cosmos?
Well, Nicole, this is not a regular full moon. This is a total lunar eclipse in Virgo on March 3rd. And so this is at 12 degrees of Virgo. And I think we talked last time about how eclipses typically come in pairs, sometimes 3, but usually 2. So this is our second of the 2. We're only getting 2 this cycle. And we also talked last time about how 2026 is a year of overlap. So our last lunation was a solar eclipse in Aquarius, and the first one on that Leo-Aquarius axis. This year, we're getting both of our solar eclipses on that Leo-Aquarius axis and both of our lunar eclipses on the Virgo-Pisces axis that we're wrapping up. So that's why we're having this lunar eclipse here at 12 degrees of Virgo. This eclipse is aligned with the South Node, which the Vedic astrologers call Ketu, the tail of the dragon. The North Node is Rahu, the head. K2 is the tail. And with the South Node, we get an emphasis of release, completion, unraveling old patterns, purification, and yes, definitely surrender. I think eclipses require quite a lot of surrender and admitting we're not in control in general, but South Node eclipses even more so. And if we think, combine that with Virgoan themes of embodiment, discernment, health, devotion, and service, and then think, well, the moon's light is dimmed during an eclipse. It's temporarily cut out. So we have to lean into intuition rather than analysis. So I think this eclipse asks us to surrender old patterns, especially those around control, perfectionism, and any martyr or savior dynamics. This eclipse is ruled by Mercury, because Mercury, of course, is the ruler of Virgo. And Mercury currently, at the time of the eclipse, is in retrograde and in his fall at 20 degrees of Pisces. So he is in a complicated position and not doing his regular Mercury thing. He is much more intuitive here, involved in symbolic thinking, dissolving of logic, psychic impressions, perhaps. This is a time for intuitive understanding and psychic downloads. So par for the course during eclipse season, we are not really meant to understand exactly what's going on yet. And this eclipse is more about giving way to faith, dream, symbol, feeling, and really, I think, trusting in the universe. So yeah, if you think Mercury, he's underwater in Pisces, so the mind sort of softens. He says, stop trying to figure it out and start feeling it. I think listen to your heart, your gut, and your intuition. And so at the same time of this eclipse, we have a number of planets in Pisces, so directly opposite the eclipse. We have Mars at 0 degrees. We have the North Node at 8 degrees. We have the Sun at 12, Mercury at 20, and Venus at 26. So there's a real sort of tension here between analysis, spirituality, and then dreams in tension with Virgo's need for order. There's a push-pull sort of between being tidy, precise, grounded, and maybe a bit messy, mystical, spiritual, and boundaryless. So this is a moment to release perfectionism in favor of trust and inner guidance. So this eclipse is also sextile Jupiter, who is retrograde but still in his exaltation at 15 degrees of Cancer. And Jupiter here brings emotional protection, nurturing, intuitive expansion. He adds some gentleness and spiritual support. And I think he's going to encourage emotional release, forgiveness, and I think this is a great time also for ancestral work, ancestral healing, healing of family karma or ancestral wounds. So even as we let go, I think Jupiter says you're held, you're protected. There's a soft landing here. For our background weather, we still have Saturn and Neptune traveling really closely together, and they are generally making a sextile, so a 60-degree aspect, which is quite friendly and flowing, to to Pluto in early Aquarius. So here we see these background themes of dissolution of old systems, a birth of new frameworks, and sort of this vision meeting reality. And then in the weeks following this eclipse, on March 4th, we're going to see Venus sextiling Uranus. And this could look like innovation in love, pleasure, or beauty. And I think an even more constructive time than the square we talked about a couple lunations ago. I think this is a great time to try a new style of dress, makeup, hairstyle. The sextile is a friendly aspect, so I think this is really a great time to experiment with that sort of thing. You might also find emotional or relational breakthroughs more readily available at this time. And then on March 5th, we're going to see the Sun trine Jupiter, and that should bring a wave of reassurance, emotional clarity after this eclipse shadow. March 6th, we'll see Venus enter Aries, so she's leaving her exaltation and entering her detriment. So this is Mars's sign, and quite contrary to Venus's natural expression of love and beauty. This is a sort of sign of war. So the tone shifts from being gentle to being much more direct. Desire becomes assertive, potentially impulsive. And so this can be really hot, but I would also watch out for things like runner-chaser dynamics. So it's complicated. And then we'll have Mercury's cazimi in Pisces, so that's his conjunction with the Sun. And it's an honored place. It's a moment of clarity in the fog, I think. But I would expect our insights that are gained during this time to still come from Piscean sources. Dreams, symbolism, synchronicity, things like that. And then that same day, March 7th, we have a Venus conjoining Neptune at 1 degree of Aries. So think idealism, romanticism, and then she'll immediately conjoin Saturn, who's just at 2 degrees of Aries, same day. And there's our reality check and our boundaries. So this could be an emotional swing between fantasy and responsibility, or a relational reckoning between potential and reality. And then the next day, March 8th, Mercury will trine Jupiter from Pisces to Cancer. This will be balancing, hopefully healing. It should bring honesty and emotional depth, and generally be supportive for communication. March 10th, Jupiter stations direct at 15 Cancer, and Venus sextiles Pluto the same day. So this should be a big shift with Jupiter stationing direct. Emotional movement can resume, growth can expand outward once again after a period of reflecting inward. We might see relational transformation with Venus sextiling Pluto. We could see some progress in our closest and most intimate relationships, especially those concerning home and family, especially those that have felt blocked recently. And then March 18th, we'll see Venus square Jupiter from Aries to Cancer, and the Sun sextile Uranus from Pisces to Taurus. So here we'll see tension between desire and emotional needs between the square with Venus and Jupiter. With the Sun sextile Uranus, that should bring surprise insights or breakthroughs, revelations, and stepping into higher consciousness. So these may be final or long-lasting breakthroughs also, the kind that leave you permanently changed. And this is because Uranus is at the very end of his sign, and for the last time before moving into Gemini for the next 7 years. So this eclipse asks us to release the illusion that we can control everything, or perhaps anything. Virgo tries to understand, Pisces asks us to trust, and I think the medicine of this lunation is surrender, letting the old pattern dissolve so something more compassionate can take its place.
Wow. We are definitely going to have to do some surrendering with that. Oh my, it is going to be a beautiful one. Well, thank you so much for this astrological download. If you are enjoying this, please like, share, and subscribe. Arin is in our community.sovereign-magazine.com, and all of her details are in the show notes for how to connect with her. But definitely come back for our new moon, as she will have more information for us. Thank you so much, Arin.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening. I'll be back tomorrow with more ways to step into your sovereign self as I begin the interviews with our soul-led entrepreneurs. Subscribe to our magazine and podcast and join our global community for all the magic. Details on how to find your weekly horoscopes or connect with Arin are in the show notes. And if you enjoyed this episode, please leave a review. It helps us reach our goal of guiding 5 million to their sovereign selves.